Um, my name is William Weeks of Weeks Media Group. I'm gonna be talking about the importance of media today. What's your names? Nate. James. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have an introduction of myself. My name is William Weeks of Weeks Media Group. I'm the owner and lead photographer for my company. My company was founded January 13th, 2017. The reason why I started my company was two reasons. First, I didn't have a lot of memories of my family. And second, when I moved to Memphis in November 2015, I didn't have a job. While searching for jobs, I thought about getting back to photography since I was a lighting assistant for a friend of mine in Jersey. That's where I'm originally from. I'm a husband to my wife of 10 years, Marcia, and I'm a musician of 27 years. In 2016, I was a drummer for Momentum Church in Cordova. I transitioned to media specialist in 2017 to help the church grow with their media department. I will photograph church services and events. I also help with video as well. I'm currently doing media consulting for the same church. Why media? Media is something that every church should try to implement. It's something that you can reach to people who may not be able to who may not be able to go to church, or wanting to know what the church is about or believes in before they visit, whether that's a website, video, and photo content or live stream. Reasons your church should focus on social media ministry. As a church, your job is to help and serve others. The question is, how can you serve someone if you do not go to or be where they are? Today's statistics shows that out of the 7 billion people in the world, 2.5 billion are on social media channels. That is 35% of the world's population. If you and me as ministers are not present in this platform, how can we serve and minister to the billions of people who are congregate on the social media? Point two, as custodians of God's word, we are called to influence the world. We are the salt and the light of the world. We are the yeast that is designed to influence the dough. We are the vessels that carry solutions to the world's biggest problems. And social media is where people are asking the questions, looking for answers, and spending time researching. Studies show that an average person spends close to 2 hours a day, 118 minutes on social media. If your ministry or church is not present on social media, how can you influence the people who are crowding around the space for hours? So basically, like, when I was wanting to speak on, for the church when they go live stream, whatever, you don't have to use, like I was saying, you could use your cell phone. Some churches, they're not adequate enough where they have, laptops or, monitors. Some just use their phone because at that present time, that's all they have. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a firm believer in using what you got. When I first started off doing photography and videography, I didn't have a lot of gear, so a lot of my quality of my work, it was okay, but it was on a professional level that I wanted to be, and that's another thing with church with branding too, is that, headshots, having professional looking headshots for flyers, for the church website, even for the people that's in ministry, so people can see what kind of presence the church has. Video content. You don't have to have these fancy transitions. All that stuff, that's nice and that looks good, but you just use what you got. Video editing software is out there. And I'll go later on speaking about what different programs you use. But I'm gonna get back into my third step. God's plan for his church is to operate as a community, and social media networks are designed to facilitate community building. That is why I believe the church and social media are such a good fit. Building a community online requires specific technology, features, and infrastructure. Most social media networks come with those features already built in. Members only content, group events, group calendar, private settings, instant messaging facility, notifications, and etc. My fourth step to this is social media channels are mostly accessed by people using their mobile devices, which means any communications going through social media can be instantly delivered to the recipient. That is why social media is such a good tool for churches and ministries to make announcements to their congregation. Using social media for announcements can also make life easier for your church members. They need not to log into multiple websites, software, and apps to get the church-related information. They can get it in a church channel that any way they use. Facebook already has a built-in donate button for nonprofits. Twitter is experimenting with features. By integrating social media into your ministry, you can make it easier for people who like to partner with financially. My sixth is social media can help you minister to people when they travel. When the members of your congregation travel, they may not be able to attend some of the events or church services. If you use social media to live stream or make available recorded content of your ministry, this will help them have continually of learning. And this is my seventh and final of my steps, of my points, I should say. Social media can help you improve your ministry event attendance. Promoting ministry events will not be a challenge if you spend time laying the foundation for your social media ministry. Simply because once you constantly provide good content, people will follow. When they follow you and share your content regularly, your social media reach starts to grow. With good reach, whenever you promote your events on social media, the right audience will get to know about and sign up. You can also use social media to make the event experience better for your audience. Using social media, you can help them connect with other participants, connect with speakers, access teaching resources, ask questions, etc. This is my conclusion, is social media is not just a trend that will fade away. It is an evolution that is here to stay. It will continue to grow and influence the way we communicate with each other. As a church and ministry, the earlier you adopt and get on this platform, the more you will be able to reap the rewards in the future. So that's my conclusion of my presentation. I have some programs that I wrote down that I know some churches use. Programs churches use for the media is Microsoft Office, that's Microsoft Word. PowerPoint will actually use this as my presenter. Excel, or I believe there's one called Access, whatever. Pro Presenter, a lot of the churches who want to do like different slideshows where there's like different things, like they use that more for announcements, like when they have church announcements or whatever programs they use Pro Presenter. Video editing programs like Final Cut Pro, iMovie, or Premiere Pro. Final Cut Pro, that's $300. iMovie is free if you have a Mac. Premiere Pro, that's a subscription base where you got to pay, I believe it's like $30 a month. But then I think Windows already have a built-in, PCs already have a built-in program, I believe, where you don't have to even pay anything. And then Photoshop, a lot of churches use those for, to make flyers, to make certain things that they want to present, for programs. And that's about it.